Hello and welcome back to Sonny Talk Spurs, and today it's the second upload of the day because, we want a cheeky Friday double upload, but now I'm reviewing and reacting to Tottenham's 1-0 win in the FA Cup over Burnley, which sees us through to the fourth round. We are in the pot for the fourth round draw. But before I get into this one, if you are new to the channel, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to Sonny Talk Spurs and hit that notification bell because it will let you know when I've gone live. And as I mentioned on earlier's video, which was my Eric Dyer reaction to him potentially going to Bayern Munich, go back and watch that afterwards if you want to see what I think about that. You probably won't be surprised what I think about it. But also, in the description of that video and the description of this video, you can now become a member of Sonny Talk Spurs. So if you want to pick up a membership, get exclusive podcasts, which are coming weekly now, my new Q&A, do that in the description down below. Put your questions in the comments down below as well. Ask me anything about Tottenham, past, present, future, whatever you want. Get your questions in, and that will be a new weekly series coming to the channel. But now, let's get into the game and talk about the game. Let's look at some stats first. I've got my stats on my screen here. We had 16 shots to Burnley's 10. And Burnley, even though, the commentary team just said there on ITV that they looked like they had moments. They only had one shot on target, but that effort at the end was quite nail-biting, to say the least. We had 7 shots on target, and obviously we dominated possession 64%. But, for a Friday night game on TV, FA Cup, probably to kick off the FA Cup really after last night's drab game, this game was also quite weird. First half was very, very flat from a Tottenham perspective. Just weren't really offering much, were we? Richarlison, I think, struggled in patches in this game. Brennan Johnson looks quite bright, but I still think with Brennan Johnson, there are moments where he's got to work on his decision-making. Certain crosses, should he go high, should he go low? He's shot-taking, stuff like that. But, a 1-0 win, you will take it every day of the week. We need to really go for the FA Cup this year. In the title, I have titled it, Can Tottenham Win the FA Cup? And with performances like that, I'm not so sure if we could go all the way. But, it was gritty, it was determined, and we were happy with that result. And also what was quite interesting is Ange obviously fielded quite a strong team. The team that he can field at the moment. Everyone was wondering, compared to the Fulham game in the Carabao Cup earlier on in the season, would he be playing a similar sort of team, as in sort of second string and rotation? And he didn't this time. He played Richarlison, he played Vicario, he played Pedro Porro and Udogie, who had fantastic games, looking like two of the strongest fullback pairing in the Premier League, which I have said on a previous video, so don't quote me on that. But, I think, considering how we went into this game, still no Maddison. Micky Van Ven on the bench though. Ryan Sessegnon on the bench, who came on as well and could have scored actually late on. It was quite a good game. And no captain, well, none of our captains as in our senior leadership team were there. I'm thinking Son, I'm thinking Romero, and I'm thinking Maddison. So Rodrigo Bentancur took the captain's armband. And again, what a fantastic game he had. Just looks so composed, and he's not even fully fit at the moment, which is quite impressive. And, we lose, obviously, Son, Bissouma and Sarr to AFCON and the Asian Cup, respectively. So it was a bit of a weird game. The stadium, I think everyone was a bit, I think some fans were expecting us to blow Burnley away 4-5-0 or something. But it was a pretty tricky game. They made it very hard. They were time-wasting in moments. So we had to, keep going to break them down. But, Ange will be as happy as anyone. But Richarlison had some chances. I just couldn't get the ball out of his feet. I think he really struggled. This is one of the games he's struggled in the most since he hit his really good turn of form. Vincent Kompany's side, apart from that effort at the end, they had an effort. I think it was Zeki Andoni. I'm looking at my notes here. He had a chance, but he was offside. So, they were just... Burnley were as flat as we were, to be fair. So it was quite surprising how flat it was for a TV game in the FA Cup. I was quite surprised. Destiny Udogie showed how vital he has been. Again, him and Pedro Porro, just fantastic, composed on the ball. Them and the six, when they're all ticking, it's a fantastic thing to behold. Muric, this is what confused me about the game. We're just pinging in balls for crosses with no really, good aerial threat apart from Richarlison. Muric was just plucking them out of thin air. And again in the second half, we came out, we looked a bit better. Bryan Gil came on. Dejan Kulusevski looked better from a deeper position. I think he was looking quite predictable on the right-hand side after missing the previous game against Bournemouth. But yeah, I think, it took a moment of wonder and sensation to break the deadlock. And that was Pedro Porro, who, deservedly the man of the match. Hit a 25-yard wonder strike. Absolute top bins. No way Muric was saving that. Nearly said Mudryk. But yeah, fantastic result. Really happy. And this will help us. As I said, I mentioned it in my Bournemouth reaction video, how important that game is for momentum going into the season. An FA Cup run, we obviously all want to win a trophy as Spurs fans, but a cup run in general is just really healthy and really good for our progression under Ange Postecoglou. I think he was really good managerial-wise tonight, really good playing the full-strength team, and also, the subs, doing them when was needed. I think it really shored up the game. Porro as well, defensively was good. Højbjerg at the end made a very impressive block. So I was very, very impressed with that. Although I have one bugbear to mention. ITV's coverage. In the studio, you had Laura Woods, gooner. You had Ian Wright, a gooner. And you had Lee Dixon on comms, another gooner. Any chance of some Tottenham representation at all from any levels? Just sort of baffled me, that one. But yeah, I'm really happy with that result. Was quite frustrating in patches. Me and my Tottenham mates in our group chats were getting quite frustrated, but happy days. Just really want to win a trophy. Just really want us to, if we get FA Cup and some sort of European football this year, I would be happy. Even though I think, if I recall with my pre-season predictions, I said we wouldn't win a trophy, but hey ho, I'd like to be proven wrong along this journey. But yeah, very, very good result. I just don't know. I just hope that we can have more of our stronger players back in the next couple of rounds. Hopefully in the fourth round draw, which is happening tomorrow evening during the Wigan-Manchester United game. Hopefully we pull out a nice home tie again. Maybe against lower opposition, got a Premier League team in the third round, typical. I mean, it could have been worse, Arsenal, Liverpool, or Man United or Chelsea or anyone like that. But Burnley, they fought really hard. That was probably one of their better games I've seen them play this season. We thrashed them at theirs 5-2 and they looked absolutely woeful, but not sure if they're learning any of their ways or how to change their play. But hopefully in the next round we'll get some easier opposition of a lower league, although that could be a banana skin for Tottenham. You never know. But let me know what your thoughts were of the game. Were you frustrated in parts? Was there anything lacking for you? Or are you happy enough that we just got the result and we're into the pot for the next round? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. And as I said at the top of the video, if you are new around here, leave a like on the video, subscribe to Sonny Talks Spurs and hit the notification bell because it'll let you know when I go live. And also, what else I mentioned, if you want to become a member on Sonny Talks Spurs, there's also a link in the description below for that. Leave your questions if you want to get involved in this week's Q&A. I'm really looking forward and excited to do those sort of videos. And also, your support on this channel is what keeps me making videos, and I love making Tottenham Hotspur videos. Especially this season, we've got something to sing and dance about. Unlike last year, I probably would have lost my head week in, week out. But thank you very much, and I'll see you again pretty soon for another upload. Bye-bye.